As night falls over Yershalaim, Pilate appears aged and hollow, haunted by a weariness that feels like punishment. On the balcony he senses an unseen presence and calls for his loyal dog, Banga. The creature rests its head upon his knees, as though absorbing his master's torment. Together, man and animal face the deepening dark, a Roman governor and his mute companion, keeping vigil over a world made strange. While Pilate broods, Afranius, the chief of the secret police, sets his silent machinery in motion. Carts roll out from the palace to collect the bodies of the executed. Then, cloaked and disguised, Afranius slips into the labyrinth of the lower city to meet the woman Niza. Their quiet exchange at a shuttered house unleashes an invisible plot. Within moments, both vanish. She into the festival crowds, he into shadow. The empire's web begins to draw tight. Paid for his betrayal, Judas of Kerioth strides through lamplit streets, restless and self-satisfied. He meets Niza, beautiful, mocking, and dangerously aloof. She teases him with the promise of a secret meeting beyond the city walls. Inflamed by vanity as much as longing, Judas follows her toward the Gethsemane gardens, imagining himself desired and important. Unwittingly, he walks straight into the design of others, a victim not of lust, but of his illusion of control. Among the olive trees and the song of nightingales, Judas calls softly for Niza. Instead, armed men emerge from the dark. They demand his payment, seize his purse, and stab him. His final word, her name, dissolves into moonlight. A third man appears, gathers the bloodied money, and gives calm instructions before riding back toward the city. On the way, he changes disguise from hooded spy to Roman officer. Afranius has fulfilled Pilate's prophecy. Judas is dead, scandal prevented, and the narrative sealed. Before dawn, Pilate drifts into uneasy sleep and dreams of walking beside Yeshua along a luminous road to the moon, laughing reconciled free. The vision shatters at Banga's howl. Afranius returns with reports. Judas has been killed, the executed men secretly buried, Levi Matvei among those who laid the body to rest. When Levi confronts the governor, rejecting all comfort and vowing vengeance, Pilate quietly ends the argument. There is nothing to avenge. I did it. As dawn breaks, Pilate rests his hand on Banga and finally surrenders to sleep, haunted yet momentarily at peace. This chapter completes the Roman cycle: guilt, secrecy, and the illusion of control. Every event unfolds with preordained precision, as though history were reading from a bureaucratic script. Bulgakov presents empire as fatal theatre, efficient, disciplined, and spiritually void. Pilate has mastered prevention only to discover that order itself is a prison. Banga is the last soul to love Pilate without condition. His loyalty, mute and physical, humanizes the man whom duty has hollowed out. Against the ritualized cruelty of politics and execution, this companionship feels sacred. Bulgakov sets animal devotion against human cowardice, reminding us that tenderness, not ideology, is the last surviving virtue. Judas's assassination is staged with mechanical precision, drained of emotion. It is not vengeance, but protocol. Bulgakov strips the story of divine causality, replacing it with administrative inevitability. Judas is not condemned by God, but deleted by the state. The horror lies in this chill efficiency. Rome kills without hatred, and that is colder than malice. Levi Matvei's furious righteousness and Pilate's exhausted remorse mirror one another. Levi's conviction is absolute. Pilate's conscience is shattered. Their exchange exposes Bulgakov's moral paradox, a universe without divine intervention, where men must bear truth alone. When Pilate admits, "I did it," it is both confession and surrender, truth acknowledged in a world where forgiveness has no owner. Pilate's dream of walking with Yeshua is radiant, a vision of understanding beyond judgment. In sleep he achieves what life denied him, a meeting of equals, a reconciliation of power and compassion. Yet awakening erases it. The dream is grace imagined but never granted. Bulgakov ends not with absolution but with awareness, consciousness as both torment and release.